But I want to talk about a clip that I saw from the GM Shuffle earlier, talking about Aaron Rodgers in the New York Jets. I think your take is obviously a very important one because you've built teams, you've been a part of Super Bowl programs, you've had every single title there is in a football building. And what's going on in the Jets is very fascinating. But the points that you brought up, I think, have not really been chatted about anywhere except where you are. If we could run this clip from the GM Shuffle the other day on VSiN, I believe.
Woody Johnson should just give the charter of his franchise to Aaron Rodgers. It's what he should just do, because everything is under the umbrella while Aaron's not here. Everything, like the incompetence in the coaching, the poor game planning, the decision making. I mean, you can't get any worse offensively. Adam Gase was not good, and they couldn't wait to run him out of town. Saleh, it's like, oh, it's okay. You know, Bill Belichick's on the hot seat. He's got 6 Super Bowls. He doesn't deserve to come back. He's a horrible coach. Robert Saleh, yeah, we just lost Aaron Rodgers. He'll be back. It's good. He's really good. He's a defensive specialist. They've been outscored by Miami 64-13.
Okay, so I do appreciate whenever you get worked up about it. You know, and you get going. You have a great ability to run like that. But it is a fascinating situation because I think we all very much understand what's going on over there. Okay, what was supposed to happen this year, they're just going to have to sit through some hard times, and next year it's going to happen. But what if it doesn't? Then there's, you know, what if who knows how it all. It's interesting dynamic because, like, Robert Saleh getting a pass, Hackett has gotten a pass.
Big time.
The offensive pass, because they've had so many injuries, obviously. It's like, it is interesting whenever you think about how the NFL is. Will it ultimately be the right decision, you think? And what do you think they ultimately do over there?
All right, so if you spend any time around Coach Walsh, and I did, and you read his great book, which is hard to find online, the one he wrote with Brian Billick called the Building of a Champion, Walsh talks about a lot of different subjects, especially teams that are on losing streaks. And he covers so many scenarios and he addresses so many situations that relate to pro football. But oftentimes when you're on a losing streak, you know, what he was trying to educate coaches about was the fact that there's no magic formula. There's no quick fix. There's no one reason why you lose. And so what the Jets have done is they violated that code of conduct. Because when you do that, when you say, we just lost Aaron, then you take away discipline and responsibility from the organization. And I think that's unfair to Aaron. Because, look, even if Aaron were playing, they wouldn't be very good. He's not just one player. We're not the NBA. It takes a collective group, 3 levels, offense, defense, and the kicking game, to work in harmony. Kevin Stefanski is doing one of the most best coaching jobs in the league. He's got 9 wins. He's lost how many quarterbacks? He's playing with backup offensive linemen. I mean, guys we haven't heard of, and nobody's saying what a great job he's doing. Meanwhile, in New York, oh, we lost Aaron. It's okay. We're going to get blown out. Oh, we got Zach. You know, like when they lost Aaron, there should have been an adjustment in the game plan. And then all I heard was, well, you know, we're running Aaron's offense. No. We need to run the offense that helps us win games. Like, whatever happened to that? Where's the accountability? And everybody just pushes it under the carpet like, oh, it's okay. And it's unfair to him because when Rodgers comes back and it doesn't work, everybody's going to blame Aaron. Everybody's going to say, well, Aaron screwed it up. But so now it's all on him. Well, somebody's got to take accountability and respond. Like, they're terrible. They couldn't stop Miami last week. This is supposed to, meanwhile, Cleveland's defense stops people. All I hear about is the Jets are the greatest defense in the history of football. The Ravens go, shut up. 2000, you can't compete with the Jets defense. Meanwhile, they can't stop anybody in the run game. They give up plays. I just think it's an unfair narrative. And if you're Woody Johnson, yeah, I want to run it back, great. But we better sit in a room and say, what else went wrong, guys? What else do we got to fix?
Bill Cowher yesterday said he appreciates what Joe Brady has done with Buffalo because they got Josh Allen under center, and the team that they have, they're running an offense that would work for who they have. Be who you are. No, don't be who you are. Be what you are, is what he's saying. You need to acknowledge what your team is and then put together the greatest plan for your team to win. He talked about in Pittsburgh how they got Najee Harris, who's 235 pounds, and they're in, he's in sidecar and shotgun as opposed to under center, having him run downhill. It's like, that's like a little thing that instead of just doing what your team is, what Najee Harris is, you're trying to do what you want to implicate into the offense. And it's like, that has kind of been the conversation over there for the Jets. And I don't want to go to college ball here. But like Florida State, who ended up not in the college football playoff, which is the big story. But whenever they lost their quarterback, who was absolute stallion, okay, not saying he's not, but they started running Wildcat. Like they came up with ideas to make up for the loss of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Never once tried Wildcat. Never. It's like you can see who's like trying to win, like who is trying to gain an advantage versus like our system works. This is what we got to do. So they just punted on an entire year over there for the Jets, and the fans now are sitting as fans of a team that has the longest playoff drought out of all sport. I appreciate you mentioning that, like, if Aaron comes back and it doesn't work, now it's all on him. Because remember, we're waiting this entire year. Yep. We have all the pieces. We just need Aaron. And then whenever you see, that's interesting.
We didn't even work hard this offseason. Oh, go home early, no big deal. You know, we're going to take a break at minicamp, all this. Like, you realize these other teams, you know, it's not about one guy. It's about the team coming together collectively, being in alignment, you know, and you've got to be demanding. I mean, I heard Cowher yesterday. He was great. You know, you got to push, you know, the head coach has got to push everybody. What he said yesterday is what I've often said. There's only one person in the organization, one, who's paid to win. There's only one guy. That's the head coach. Ben Johnson can gain 10,000 yards and score points for the Detroit Lions, and he'll get a head coaching job at the end of the year. It doesn't matter if they win a playoff game or if they win it doesn't matter. He's going to get a job because his offense is that good. Same thing with the defensive coordinators. They can do that. There's only one guy who's paid to win, and that guy has to separate himself from the staff and drive the staff towards winning. I don't see that in New York. I see Saleh, he's 33% winning percentage coach. He's just sitting there saying, oh, it's okay. You know, it's fine. No big deal. When Aaron comes back, we're all going to be good. Like, there's no pixie dust. Like, there's none of that. You can't have that. And to me, it's an absence of leadership. So I'm tired of talking about him because it's really ridiculous that people fall into this narrative. It's about one player. It's not fair to the player.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. There's a lot of options there, and what is the ripple effect for down the road? Who knows? But Greeny's got high hopes still.
Yeah.
Greeny's got high hopes moving forward. Hopefully that's the case.